Three,
Al
two,
Madrigal, right? How you doing?
Madrigal, yes, yes.
Madrigal, sorry about that. Hey,
That's right.
thanks for spending your time here with Nuke the Fridge, man. Congratulations on being part of this major comic book to movies event.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, as a fan of comics, this is, it's a pretty big deal to be in one, man. Like, it's like you go from the guy in the movie theater to the guy on the screen, it's pretty awesome.
Awesome. And you've had a chance to check it out on the big screen, I'm assuming already.
No, I haven't. I see it tonight for the first time. I'm serious. Like, it's crazy. Like, but I'll tell you what I do know. I know that this director, Daniel Espinosa, if you saw him with Ryan Reynolds and Denzel Washington in the movie Safe House,
Yeah.
he did a movie called Life. And then his big, like, how he broke out was this amazing movie called Snabbakash, because he's from Sweden, and so that became a huge international hit and won a ton of awards. And I know it's going to be good. I can tell you right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just, this dude, everything he makes is fantastic. And what's cool for me is being a comedian. I was given the ability on the first day. Like, he looked at me and he's like, "Dude, you can, like, I'm going to do 3 or 4, the way I need them, and then you can just go." And so, there's sheriffs in the first scene. I don't know what made the cut, so I'm excited to see. But that guy let me improvise all over the place. And then my first scene with Jared Leto and Tyrese, when I meet up with him, I want you, when you watch the movie, I want you, and I see all your horror stuff in the background. I'm looking,
including me. There you go.
yeah. You got that Scream T-shirt. You got, yeah, I love it. And when you see all your stuff, when you go and see this in that first scene, when I saw Jared went off book a little bit, and then I'm like, "Oh, we're doing this, okay," like that. And Daniel comes back and he goes, "That was fantastic. Jared wants to do more. Like, let's do more of that." And so it was just an amazing opportunity. Again, I'm still pinching myself. I feel like I'm you, and then you ended up in one of these. Like, and then I feel the exact same way, if you can imagine.
Well, I'm kind of in the same boat because I get to interview great celebrities like yourself.
Yeah.
And being part of the films. As you can see, I have a history of, I'm a nerd. So this is like being part of it. Now, we looked at the trailer and like the imagery is amazing and stuff, but I've noticed that like when you get to actually seeing the stuff, the uniforms, the outfits and stuff like that, they're actually cooler and more detailed in person. How did the set look? How incredible was the set? Did you take anything from the set or anything? What was your favorite costume?
Okay, so we're in this thing, and we all have, if you look at on my Instagram, I just posted a picture of Adria with all of the black dots all over her face. And so what they're doing is, in all the special effects are added after the fact. So in terms of, like, I know I have access, my character has access to, I don't even want to spoil it, but some tech that you might have seen in the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
Oh, okay.
And then, so you definitely want to go and check that out and look for those. And then there's Easter eggs all over this thing. So I got to watch that crew, but we shot in London. So we were shooting all over in London and shooting Manchester for New York City. We shot some stuff in downtown LA. And so, again, in all of these locations, watching that, Easter egg team go around, and, in terms of like the graffiti and really subtle stuff that you're going to see in the background, I think you were able to pull out a lot of stuff from that trailer, but there's way more. So that was the coolest part, is looking at watching all those tiny details sort of happen. And then performance wise, being on the front lines of working with Jared and having multiple big scenes with him was crazy cool. The first day I show up on set, I have a letter to my character, Agent Rodriguez, from his character.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You mentioned your Instagram. We have a pretty large viewership. So do you want to share that
Oh
Instagram with
yeah,
you?
just my name is at Al Madrigal. So just ALMADRIGAL. And what it was special, and you look at that post, is you have a Puerto Rican, a Chilean, and a Mexican all on a movie set together, which you just don't see.
Should have brought this Cuban over too. Just kidding.
Yeah, but no, it's just like we got. I mean, again, underrepresented in TV and film,
Oh,
and
we pay for the tickets, man.
they
We
were
pay for the tickets, and
massive viewership, massive.
this is about vampires. We're gonna be watching. We love horror, man.
Oh,
Us Latinos, we love horror. Come on.
that's true.
I was gonna also ask you because I saw that you're a big fan of comics. It looked like
Yeah.
and you produced a few.
I got a comic out right now, the Mexican American superheroes,
Nice.
called Primos.
Nice.
So yeah, I again, like you bring it back to Morbius. It's like, I love this world so much, and to end up here and in it is crazy.
When did you first get introduced to Morbius? Just curious, because he's an awesome character. I happen to work at a comic book shop, and the hardcore fans buy him. He's a Spider-Man character, of course, but the hardcore fans know about Morbius, and people are fascinated with him. When did you first get introduced to Morbius?
It was only actually in the audition process, because I was never a big Spider-Man guy. Like I always sought out when I was a little kid. This what got me to write comic books. I looked for any bit of diversity. I found myself gravitating towards every single Black character. So you're looking at, when it came to Super Friends, I was looking for, Black Lightning, Apache Chief, all like anybody there was any bit of diversity. I was like after it. I think the first comic book that I ended up getting into was West Coast Avengers, because
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, when you were like, it's intimidating walking into a comic book store for the first time. And so I was looking for like that limited series. And so I jumped in there and I got into Iron Man. And then I started reading a lot of graphic novels. And so, Goon, Scalped, and a lot of like, it was, Axel Alonso, who's the former editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics, introduced me to Crossed, which was disgusting. Did you read that at all?
No, I'm not familiar with that. I haven't read that one yet.
Nope.
Disgusting.
No, insane. Like, and you sort of, I look behind me and I've just got stacks and stacks, of books here, but it was all The Walking Dead, and really going to, and I would love to just always pick up any sort of like limited series. I think I'd wander into a comic book store, Rocket Salvage and stuff like that, but I was not introduced to I had no idea, and did a deep dive into Morbius after, when I started auditioning.
Well, a lot of people are loving this. It's an escapism. We need it right now. Have fun. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to. Personally, I'm going to go to the Chinese theater in Hollywood to watch it tomorrow. That's what I'm waiting for. It's my favorite theater. And I'm going to give you the last word, of course. What do you want people to take out of Morbius after they leave the theater?
I want people to recognize that, like, and you're combining horror and superheroes. We haven't seen that, and that's why I think Marvel, and you could talk about this, comics were so careful not to do that. There was like an aversion not to do horror, and so that's why Morbius is the living vampire. But I want people to recommend it to their friends, and I want people to appreciate the fact that we've got a Latino director, Latina lead actress, and a Latino lead actor all in the same movie,
and a Latino interviewer right now. There you go. The circle's complete. Thank you very much. Morbius this weekend. Woo! Thanks, bud. Thank you, buddy. See you soon.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.